Good evening, Dheeraj. How are you? Pranam Arushi. What are the most spiritual nakshatra? Your favorites? Favorites are all spirituality wise. I think Revati, most spiritual. The last nakshatra of the last sign. Pisces is the sign of spirituality. Revati is the nakshatra of spirituality. All the nakshatras after Dhanishta. Sadbhishak, Purvabhadra, Uttarabhadra, Revati are like spirituality oriented. What is the difference in manifestation of Rahu in Ashwini and difference in manifestation of Rahu in Ashwini and Rahu in Bharani? It would depend on like overall chart where Rahu is placed, what is the ascendant, which house Rahu rules in the chart and all. But Rahu in Ashwini, if we just specifically take this position, Rahu in Ashwini and Rahu in Bharani. Rahu in Ashwini is more about person who is a healer. Okay, he should more go into the healing field, like unconventional healing, alternate ways of healing, and all. Rahu in Bharani is more a mystic kind of person, and that is the basic difference. Okay, Rahu in Bharani is very volatile. Okay, uh, Rahu in Ashwini is like more about this healing side. Okay, healthcare side. Okay, I'm fine, thank you. Okay. In Saturn Sarasati, the person got the work, it stayed with the next 30 years, or that work is based of next year, how the career impact in Sarasati and after Sarasati. Life event largely depends on the dasha and transits, the kind of dasha and all transits which both person goes through. That will impact the life events. Like if a person is staying in that work or he's changing that work and all. That is all dasha transit based. But Sarasati brings a change, maybe in the perspective of the person or in the life of a person, which impacts him for a very long time. It can be like next 30 years. Okay. If I look back, like my Sarasati was there in like early 2000s, Right, early 2000. This is when like I started in legal profession. So that profession, that legal side of work remained there with me for about like 10 years. Okay. That was also time when I shifted from my homeland to like this place, Hyderabad, and I stayed here up to now. Okay, so it is like big change for like 20 25 years so far. So we can say like it's like changes are impacting you for a long time, but still life events will happen through the Shan transits. Namaste Ramji. Can Ashwini make Rahu more aggressive and upfront? Is Bharani related to themes of secrecy and unpreparedness? Right. And that can also be one difference. Ashwini is like more Ketu kind of energy, Ketu Mars energy together. So that can be the one of the way of like Rahu in Ashwini Aries. Uh, very like competitive and all. Want to be the first. Ashwini's basic nature. And Bharani is like not only instability, ups and downs, death and rebirth, mystical side, plus also what you said is secrecy and unpreparedness. So and that type of result can come up. Again, all nakshatras, all everything represent many things. So it can manifest as per the like karmic lesson the person is supposed to learn in this life. What are the results of Mars Rahu Sun conjunction in the first house for Aries Lagna in Kritika Nakshatra? Focus on self. Mars Rahu Sun together in the first house Aries. Just focus on yourself in this life, nothing else. Become self subsistent and all that, self sufficient. That is what this person is supposed to learn in this life. With this type of position, try not to work under others' authority. With this type of position, again, like relationship can be very difficult because person can be all about themselves. Person can be critical also, can be aggressive also with so many planets in the first house and all malefic planets, Sun, Mars, Rahu, Aries, Kritika. What planetary position of a Mars shows that person is go-getter or he perseveres a lot of education and clearing competitive exam like JE and NEET. Uh, House of competition is like sixth house. So sixth lord should be strong. Planet in the sixth house should be strong. That shows like competition, how competitive a person can be. Mars also shows our competitive nature. Katini Karka will also show. Okay. Now Mars in Ashwini, Mars in Aries can be like highly competitive. Okay, like for them everything is a war. Okay, for Mars in Aries and Mars in Scorpio kind of like profession. Mars in Aries and Mars in Scorpio kind of position. of Mars can be like very competitive, highly competitive. Mars in Capricorn can also be, because Mars is exalted there, but this is where the perseverance factor comes. If Mars is impacted by Saturn, okay, Mars is action, and like, okay, I suppose I have Mars in any sign, okay, and not impacted by Saturn positively. Positively means like if Mars is not in Capricorn, if Mars is not with Saturn in a like positive sign where they both are in good dignity and all, then this person will start work, he will not be able to persevere with it. He will just make an initial move. He will start a like a website. He will not be very regular on that website. He will start a YouTube channel. He will not be very regular there. Perseverance factor comes with Saturn. So if Mars is impacted by Saturn, then perseverance, then person is like, okay, fine, I didn't get success this time, let me try again. I didn't get success this time, let me try again. This is where the perseverance factor comes. Hello, Bhavish. All the best. Congratulations for starting your YouTube channel focusing on education. Good job. All the best. My all good wishes are with you. However, would Mars in sixth house differ from Jupiter in the sixth house? Both in own signs, so good dignity. Mars is like actions. Okay, Mars in, let's say Mars in Aries in the sixth house, or Mars in Scorpio in the sixth house. This person can get into like aggressive fights, not only like only verbal fights, but he can be very dominant physically also. Okay, because of the nature of Aries and Scorpio and Mars coming together. Okay. But Jupiter in the sixth house is like trying to get through his conflicts, his obstacles, through the knowledge and wisdom side, through the Jupiterian ways. This person may not be like that much of like dominance and aggressive in this like conflict type of matter. So that is like the basic difference. The Mars type of person can be very dominant. Can You can feel the energy of like dominance and aggressiveness. Jupiter type of person, you may not feel that aggressive energy. He will try to find out his ways out of conflict through his knowledge, wisdom, and all. Find if I can find out a way out of this situation. This can be one of the results. Moon combus with Sun, Ketu, and Mercury in Scorpio, Mercury in Jeshta, Sun and Ketu in Anuradha, Moon in Vishaka. Good job. Get into meditation as soon as possible. Get into occult. Okay. Sun, Ketu, Mercury, Moon in Scorpio. Okay. Any kind of research oriented work can be excellent for this person. This person needs to meditate or yoga or whatever they like to do to keep their mind positive and this mm, keep their mind positive and stable. Okay, otherwise it can be like very unstable mind. Live Vishakha is like a split, so mind has a split. Okay, so this is where it can be like really difficult. uh, but any research oriented work, great position. So many planets in Scorpio and like all these nakshatras. Mars in Virgo in fifth house in Hasta nakshatra, aspected by retrograde Jupiter in Taurus. Mars retrograde Jupiter in Taurus, first house. Moon in Aries, 12th house. How will be Mars Mahadasha for Taurus? Dasha analysis takes a long time. If you have any conceptual question, you can ask. Here I can only tell this much, like Mars rules the 7th house, Mars rules the 12th house, Mars sits into the 5th house. So in relationship matter, this person can be like feeling a sense of loss. Relationships can be like unstable, but if this person focuses more on education and creativity, this can be a much better time period. There in playlist section, you will find videos on or sessions on different dashas, different planetary dashas. Those sessions will be more helpful to you. क्या गुरुजी हमें सरकारी नौकरी मिलेगी कि नहीं? मुझे नहीं मालूम सर, आपका चार्ट नहीं देखा, मैं कैसे बता सकता हूँ। अगर कोई प्रॉब्लम है तो कंसल्टेशन के लिए अप्लाई कीजिए, ऐसे सरकारी नौकरी नहीं मिलती यूट्यूब चैनल पे कमेंट करके। थैंक यू। If Mars is in good dignity like Aries or Scorpio, then Saturn aspected or impacted, but Saturn is in bad dignity. Well, then the person will have the nature to persevere a lot in life. They need to develop it. Understand, no planet is like inherently making you do anything. Saturn's aspect on Mars is telling that this person needs to develop perseverance and patience in his life. Okay, so this is what he needs to do. Whether he will do it or not is still his free will. So Saturn's aspect on Mars is telling him to like persevere. Whatever actions he is taking, persevere long term. Is Purvashada a nakshatra that is connected to wars or conflicts? It is early victories in life. So, like conflicts, we can see uh, it can be wars also, obviously, but Purvashada and Uttarashada, if you see, early victories in life, later victories in life. So, let's say I am having a litigation going on. If I have planets in Purvashada, I may get and in good dignity in Purvashada. That means like I may get initial success in that litigation. At trial court level, I may win that litigation, but in high court and supreme court I may lose it. Okay, but if I have planets in good dignity in Uttarashada, then I may win the litigation at high court or supreme court level. I may lose at a trial court level. Okay, this is like early victory and later victories in life. I'm asking it because I am a G aspirant and I have not joined any renowned coaching, whereas and whatever is studied is a self study only. That's good. And just persevere with it. I'm telling you that Saturn impact on Mars is like all about perseverance. Okay, Saturn is telling you to like persevere with that thing, whatever you have started. So, like you are in self study, how so much effort you can put it there, and then like you can expect a good results. स्वतंत्र कुमार जी, आपको जवाब दे दिया। यहाँ पे मैं आपका चार्ट नहीं देख रहा, मुझे नहीं मालूम आपको कब नौकरी मिलने वाली है, सरकारी मिलने वाली है, प्राइवेट मिलने वाली है। अगर कोई प्रॉब्लम है तो अप्लाई करो, कंसल्टेशन लो ढंग से किसी एस्ट्रोलॉजर से। ये यूट्यूब चैनल पे किसी को नौकरी नहीं मिलती। Can this conjunction of Moon, Mercury, Sun, Ketu in Scorpio indicate psychological issues regarding anger and control in an individual? Mercury in Jyeshtha can indicate a very strong, harsh speech. Yeah, it can be. If this person doesn't redirect the energy uh, in like if this person redirects the energy, it doesn't redirect the energy in positive side. Like if he doesn't go into like uh, research oriented matters and all, then these things can come up. As I always say, like energy will manifest itself, energy will like give the result. And now Either I should become a doctor or I should become a patient. So either this person can become a psychiatrist themselves, or they can have psychological issues. Okay. So my energy will manifest anyhow, either through this way or that way. My sixth house factor is strong, as I am moon in the sixth house Taurus sign. Its Lord's Venus is in Libra. That's great. I'm happy to know this, but I cannot help you unless and until I see the chart, I see the dashas and all that. Again, if a person has real issue going on, please take proper consultation from astrologer of your choice. Okay, I'm not saying take from me, take from anyone, but take a proper consultation that will help you more. Uh, for foreign settlement, hi Radhika, how are you? For foreign settlement, uh, do we also need to check D9, first, fourth of D9, or any other Varga chart? I will not. I will not go into D9 chart. At most, if at all you want to go into like D20 chart. D20 is, I think, related with the 12th house. Okay. Uh, so I will rely more on like a D1 chart and D1 chart planetary placements. Houses like third house, ninth house, 12th house, fourth house, and dashas and transits in planets. I will rely on Rahu. Namaste Alankrita. For a Gemini ascendant, if seventh house Lord is exalted in second, okay, but Dharakaraka moon is in the sixth with Mercury, Sun, and Mars. Okay, how shall we interpret the relationship? Like very unstable. Four planets in the Scorpio sign in the sixth house. Conflicts are bringing lots of instability. But as Jupiter is exalted, person will develop, can develop. There is a potential to develop the wisdom to deal with that instability. Even Jupiter is going 8 houses away, okay, from seventh house. So uh, instabilities are there, but the person develops the ability to while going through those instability, he develops the ability to deal with and those instabilities through his wisdom and knowledge. uh, right. One thing to ask, is meditation different from introspection? Very different. Meditation is like in its purest form. When we go into like deep meditation, it is beyond thoughts. Introspection is all about thoughts. Okay, so going beyond thought is meditation. What you are talking introspection is living in the thoughts. Good. And can the process of introspection help make a person to persevere in life? Meditation can bring the focus, meditation can bring the awareness, and with it, focus and perseverance can come up. Okay. Again, it depends on like extrovert, introvert. If you feel you are extrovert person, then yoga can be more helpful. If you are feel you are an introvert, then meditation can be more helpful. Nice to see you live. Thank you. What is Saptamsha chart about? Saptamsha chart. I will send you the link. It is coming out of your fifth house, I guess, right? If your Saptamsha chart is fifth house. Normally, it is seen for childbirth related matters, but it is like more about your happiness factor, where your happiness lies in this life. Okay, where you will find your happiness. That can be seen from Saptamsha chart. Okay, so I will just ping. When Rahu and Ketu are together in divisional chart in a specific house, what does that mean and how to read that? Rahu and Ketu, in some charts, like specifically in D30 or some other higher divisional charts, you will find Rahu and Ketu together. Okay, it is like Rahu is obsession, Ketu is isolation. Rahu is which makes us gravitate towards something. We need to achieve it. Ketu is like isolation factor. You don't want to achieve it. When they are together, it means that we need to become neutral in that area of life. Okay. So if in D30 you will find like Rahu and Ketu together. In I didn't see a D30 chart in which Rahu Ketu are not together. Okay. If you find it, well and good. But I didn't see it so far. Now D30 is the chart of misfortunes, and Rahu Ketu together means we need to become receptive towards misfortune, neutral towards misfortunes. One or the other misfortune is going to happen. That is misfortune from our perspective. Those obstacles, those conflicts are coming from our perspective, but they are going to come. Okay, if I am living this human life, I am in this body is bound to degenerate with time. It is bound to like have some illnesses and health issues with time. So I need to be receptive towards that. That is what Rahu Ketu coming together shows in a particular chart, that you need to be neutral about that energy. You need to be like neither obsessive nor isolative. Okay. Neither in this area or that area. Mm, this is like first time someone asked this question, I guess. Rahu Ketu conjunction. This article may help you. Rahu Ketu conjunction. Right. This is done. I'm fine, thank you. How are you? I have Mars as Amatya Karaka. It is showing that I should attain an educational achievement. Till then, I feel a sense of incomplete. Will attain after at there will be peace of mind, peace in my life. That's great. I am assuming you are telling me, not asking. Okay. So, fine. Thank you. Can we say that the birth family shall help in those conflicts? Right. That is also a correct interpretation. Whenever those instabilities happen, and they will happen because so many planets in sixth house of Scorpio, the birth family, the like original family of the individual, should help them out, or may they help them out for resolution of those conflicts, or a sense of incompleteness will be still there. Ram Jhaji, I am not giving any prediction. I told you two times before. Okay. If you have any conceptual question, you can ask. If you have any like a specific question related with your chart, take a proper consultation. Thank you. And this is the same that can be interesting in Rahu Mahadasha, Ketu Antardasha, and vice versa. Yeah. It is like just be neutral and sailing through, be receptive towards events happening in life, because you can be like this Rahu Ketu axis can be utterly confusing in that time period. So it is better not to take any important decision as far as possible. Okay. Uh, Situations may turn up where you may have to take an important decision. There is no other option. Obviously, you have to take it, but as far as possible, don't take. If Moon is in the sixth house for Sagittarius Lagna, will person have mental disease? Again, energy manifests itself. Either this person should help others in their issues, in their obstacles, or he will have his own obstacles. With Moon in the sixth house, person is like the common theme I have seen is that person feels that all the obstacles in life are for me only. This is the kind of feeling every most of the time person has when like Moon is in sixth house, because mind is thinking about conflicts only. Mind is thinking about obstacles only. Sixth house is obstacles, Moon is there, mind is there. Mind is only thinking about obstacles. What are obstacles in my life? So now either resolve your obstacles or resolve other people obstacles. That is it. Yes. Is Dhanishta Nakshatra connected with celibacy? Right. And because it is connected with Pitama Bhishma, the story of Pitama Bhishma taking the oath of remaining celibate and all, that is connected. So that's why, not properly celibacy, it can be celibacy kind of result. Also, person doesn't want to get married, or person is not willing for relationship and all, or having lots of difficulties in sustaining the relationship. What can be said about Sagittarius Lagna person with Ketu and Mars in the seventh house and seventh Lord Mercury in conjunction with the Sun and Jupiter in the ninth house? Uh, is the marriage of the person good? It is a difficult relationship chart. Okay, Ketu Mars, two strong malefics in the seventh house Gemini. Okay, and Gemini Lord is with Sun and Jupiter in ninth house Leo, a fire sign. It shows like a person can be more interested towards people of different ethnicity and culture and all that is there. But two strong malefics, Ketu and Mars in the seventh house, is not very positive for relationship matters. This person may need to adjust, accommodate a lot in their relationship life. Has to be in Scorpio. Is it better for it to be in 6th, 8th, or 12th? Mm, if I am given a choice, I will choose 12th. 12th house is Scorpio. Okay. If I am given a choice. 8th is obviously difficult. 8th is 8th Scorpio will be very difficult. 6th Scorpio will also be very difficult. 12th house Scorpio is like some sort of a spiritual inclination can come up, a spiritual direction can come up, and person can have some sort of guidance coming. Okay. But sixth house person may always be thinking about all the negative things in life, nothing positive. Everywhere I am facing obstacle, and obviously eighth house Scorpio is difficult. Would wearing a pukhraj help for the above Sagittarius Lagna per chart? No gemstone, sir. You are asking a wrong person. Please contact astrologer who is recommending these things. Hello, Aryan. Cancer ascendant, 8th Lord Saturn retrograde in Libra, uh, in 4th house Vishakha, and Mars retrograde with Ketu in Scorpio, Vishakha, 5th house, and 12th Lord Mercury retrograde, opposite Saturn, suppress sexual energy. Yeah, it can be because it is like anyway Saturn is limitations and restrictions, and Saturn is sitting in Vishakha. Okay, the split, the difficult nakshatra, plus Mars Ketu are together in Scorpio, and 12th Lord opposite Saturn. So that is like restrictive sexual energy or sexual happiness. Understand, 12th house represents happiness we get out of the sexual intercourse. Sexual intercourse is the 8th house, 12th house is happiness out of it. Fifth, uh, fifth from like 8th house. That's why 12th house is like bad pleasures. Okay, happiness out of your bad. Okay, that is it. So when like 12th Lord Mercury is opposite Saturn, so there will be a feeling of like this limitation and all that in like sexual matters, a feeling of limitation and frustration and all. I am a Dhanu Lagna person. I have Mercury in the 10th house and Saturn in the is aspecting uh, and Saturn is aspecting it. What kind of relationship will I have with my spouse? Again, like Saturn's aspect means feeling of limitation and restriction will be there, lower down your expectation. Mercury in Virgo in the 10th house can bring lots of expectations, lots of like perfectionist idea. Mercury is in Virgo sign, so lots of perfectionist idea about the partner. The partner will do this also, this also, this also, that also, and all. So lower down those expectations, then the relationship can be little better. Otherwise there can be lots of frustrations and dissatisfactory feelings in the relationship. How is Rahu Shukra in 8th house for Aquarius Lagna? Venus is debilitated here, so obviously for relationship matters it is not a great placement. Rahu Venus in Virgo in the 8th house, but if the person is interested in creative side of life, it can be a good position. It is very good position for someone who wants to earn from a stock market, someone who wants to be in like any financial nature of work, like chartered accountants, company secretaries, someone working in financial organizations, banks and all. So there it can be helpful, but for relationship life, very difficult position. If Mars is in the fifth house for Dhanu Lagna person, will I have accident during bad pleasure? No. What kind of accident can happen during bad pleasure? Okay. When such type of questions start coming in, I realize that people don't have anything to ask. And now only time pass is happening. Mars in the fifth house, Dhanu Lagna person can be like very good with the sports, very competitive in education and sports both. Very competitive or very dominating in relationship matters also. Okay, that is also like possible. They can have relationship in foreign lands because Mars rules the fifth and the 12th. Okay, that is also a possibility, and their relationships can be very unstable or can bring lots of instabilities in their overall life and sense of loss also. Thank you, sir, for kindly answering. You're welcome. Saturn in Jeshta shows control or jealousy issues. Any planet in Jeshta will represent that. Jeshta is represents that. Jeshta is like the whole story of 27 sisters, 26, I should say. 26 sisters going to the 27th and complaining about Moon and Rohini. Okay. So I should say 25 actually. Rohini is this side, Jeshta is this side. These 25 going to Rohini and going to Jeshta complaining about Rohini and Moon. So from there, the feeling of like jealousy is there, and feeling of taking control of Moon, that is mind. Okay. So any planet in Jeshta will give this type of feeling. When two people have Saturn mutually on each other's moon, it shows a restricted relationship, very restricted. Okay. As if I have moon in Cancer, another person has like Saturn in Cancer, or if they have like moon in Capricorn and I have Saturn in Capricorn, this is like a very restrictive feeling in this relationship. Why fourth house Mercury Venus considered good in Gemini Lagna? And there are Gandanta Nakshatra. Please tell about Gandanta. I made I recently made a video on Gandanta. You can check on like playlist. I think it is part of uh, concepts and everything. Just search for like Astro Saxena Gandanta. You will get that video. But where does Gandanta come here? In Virgo. Gandanta are Gemini. Sorry, Mercury ruled and Ketu ruled. Mercury rule is like water signs, and Ketu rule are fire signs. Virgo is like earth sign. Fourth house, Mercury, Venus considered good in Gemini Lagna. So fourth house will be Virgo. Gandanta will not come here. Venus is debilitated, Mercury is exalted. Venus is getting Neech Bhang Raj Yoga. It is good for professional matters, but not good for relationship matters. I don't think there is any Gandanta here. Once you told that you have exalted Mars, did it help you at any point during physical fight or conflict? I don't get into physical fight. All my fights are on paper, legal fights. Mars in Capricorn in the third house. So whenever I get into any conflict, I put it on paper. I keep a record of it. even there, like even in childhood or teenage, most of my conflicts were on very dignified. That is like Mars and Capricorn, high dignity. So on papers, mm, Kama energy is represented by Mars or Venus or Moon. Kama energy is represented by Kama houses, third, seventh, and 11th house. Among planets, Venus will represent the desire, so that is Kama energy. Thank you for your time. You're welcome. Christian Michel, the writer. UFO Mechanic 11. Good job. Thank you. Which planetary placement represent things like excessive alcohol consumption and smoking? Rahu and Ketu are all about excessive, especially Rahu. When Rahu is involved with like a second house or second lord and all, that's where like a person can be interested in consuming anything over the limit. Okay. Plus, 12th house represents this. Uh, like any kind of intoxication is seen from 12th house. So the this like Rahu's involvement there with the 12th house or 12th lord can also bring this type of result. Jupiter Saturn conjunction in the 12th house Taurus can give wisdom. Jupiter can will give wisdom anywhere. Okay, so here it can be spiritual wisdom. What can be expected when Saturn transits over a couple's Jupiter? Over a couple's Jupiter means for both of them, where for one individual Jupiter is Atmakaraka and for other is Dharakaraka in Pisces. As Jupiter represents family life and they are couple, they are like married or in relationship with each other. So then that is like going to bring some sort of realities about their like relationship, their family life and all, some sort of responsibility, practical approach. Saturn will push them towards taking this practical approach towards their relationship, family life, finance also. Okay, Jupiter and Jupiter and Saturn transiting. So maybe like they think their family and all, having a child and all, and taking up the responsibility related is also a possibility. Okay. Jupiter is Atmakarka, so person will think more about his okay, what is the purpose of my life? What if I'm like doing those duties and responsibility related to purpose of my life, and like partner will think about relationship aspect more. Okay. Yeah, Saturn rules seventh lord for both of them, likely a push towards marriage or commitment. Commitment, like taking up like responsibility. Again, I differ from I refrain from using the word marriage. Okay, just committed relationship. Is Rahu in Pisces can make someone get highly interested towards intoxication? It can. Okay, Rahu in Pisces, Rahu in the 12th house, Rahu with Moon, Rahu with Venus. These all are possibilities. Like I have Saturn as second house lord, and he's in like eighth house. Does it show things like alcohol and smoking? If it gets like impacted by Rahu or Ketu somewhere, that then it can be a possibility. Okay. Rahu in Lagna gets to second house in Chalit. Will it give mixed? I prefer birth chart. I don't look into Bhav Chalit chart. What is the difference between Jupiter in Pisces and Venus in Pisces? They both seem to have same energy. Jupiter is in own sign, Venus is an exaltation. Venus in Pisces can be very dreamy person about relationship. Jupiter in Pisces can be very dreamy about their like Jupiterian matters like education or spirituality and all. So yeah, they are kind of similar. Okay. If we say the difference is Venus in Pisces can be more creative and Jupiter in Pisces can be more spiritual. One more thing to ask, is it okay to not marry and be single whole life? It depends on the desires of the person. If you have a desire to be in relationship with someone, you should never suppress the desire because then it will come out in ugly forms. Okay, so and the question itself shows there is a desire. Otherwise, the question would not have come. So, if desire is there, then explore that desire, exhaust that desire, and exhaust it consciously so that you should not have to go from one relationship to another relationship to another relationship to another relationship. Okay, you will realize the futility in one go itself. Okay, if you do it consciously. Like I am very disoriented towards marriage and family, but still, if there is a desire, explore it. And question itself shows there is a desire. Mm, Moon in Pura Bhadra Nakshatra makes me emotionless in public but too much emotional in private. Moon is an Aquarius sign. Is it because of Moon only or it depend on Mercury? Moon is in Saturnine sign. Saturn is like restriction. So you may not be able to express your emotions open because of Saturn's energy, and that is like getting expressed here in your privacy. And desire is there, but with a particular person, you are right. Okay, whatever it is, if there is a desire, explore it. Otherwise, it can be like very difficult type of scenario. Saturn in seventh house in fourth house. What in seventh? Saturn is seventh lord, I guess. Saturn is seventh lord in fourth house shows that means this individual takes the emotional safety in relationship seriously. And seventh house ruler Saturn in the tenth house shows could show uh, emphasis on ambition. Yeah, we can say so. Okay. Uh, that is like in any case, like Saturn is not a relationship oriented planet. So that Whenever Saturn gets involved into relationship matters, this goes into a different direction. That sense of frustration, the relationship is more about duty and responsibility rather than anything else. So that is what happens. Now, if it is like a Cancer ascendant person, seventh lord in the 10th house means it is debilitated also. So now it is like more a difficulty for this person to sustain relationship or have a like career, uh, prospering or happy career early in life. Maybe later in life they may have better career, but early in life they can be like lots of struggles. Will you be my guru? I am cursed to have a guru. I am 24. Okay, before that, let give guru a break. Okay, and the seventh house. Ketu in the seventh house in Leo. What results can be expected? Obviously, like we all know, Ketu in the seventh house is not very good for relationship matters. So, in relationship, lots of difficulties. But uh, but the other thing, like creative matters and all, person can gain a lot. Okay. Will you be my guru? I am cursed to have a guru. Cursed to have a guru. What does it mean? Cursed to have a guru. I am 24. Till now, I found teachers and gurus who are dual faced and do not have wisdom. How do you know that I am not dual faced? Mm, uh, so, guru is like a fascinating concept. Okay, forget about having a guru. Because for that, receptivity is necessary. Okay, receptivity means anything that guru says is correct. You cannot question him after that, and it is a dangerous thing. He can say anything and you cannot even question it. You have to follow it. He may even say chop off your head and you have to do it. So just stay away from this concept of guru. They are very dangerous people. If moon is in Taurus in Mrigashira nakshatra, in any of the Dushtana houses, will the person will be very mentally stable? Not in initial life the person will still have this type of frustration, that time this sixth house energy, that I am not uh, any of the dushtana, sixth, eighth and 12th, like either instability or obstacles or losses and all, feeling of loss. So this type of energy is going. So maybe in initial life he may not find its stability. Maybe in later life, after experiences of life, he may find something. Ketu conjunct with Sun in synastry shows that Sun person might question their identity in the person's. Like Ketu person will inflict a lot of ego hurt to this Sun person, because Ketu eclipses the Sun. So there will be lots of ego hurt, ego clashes. I am talking to your image, and you are talking to my YouTube commentator image. Your image are talking. Our images are talking. Whatever. I am just saying that the Guru is a dangerous concept. Go towards Guru when you are ready to let go of everything. Then only, because he can say anything, and you cannot question. You cannot even ask why this or why that and all. Guru is like a very high concept. Guru is almost God. That is why in like Eastern philosophy, Guru is considered equivalent to God. Okay. Like for me, Osho is everything. Whatever Osho says is correct. I never say like, okay, fine, it can be wrong, or why this, or why that, and all. Such a controversial person, and only yes. Whatever he says is a yes for me. Okay. So unless and until you develop this kind of surrender to anyone, don't even think of like this guru concept. I was never an engineer, sir. I was a lawyer. So that's what I'm saying. Like all my fights were on the papers. Even in corporate world, I was in legal team. I had issues with authority figures. Cancer ascendant Mercury, Dasha Mercury with Sun in the 10th house Aries. It's the Lord of the 3rd and the 12th. Is it safe to say there could be obstacles in work? Why obstacles? It is second Lord, third Lord, 12th Lord in the 10th house. Sun is exalted. Why obstacles? Ketu conjunction with Mars in Shravana Nakshatra. Saturn is in Lagna, Aries. Now Saturn deputation is cancelled. Yes or no? Yes. Because Mercury is the lord of third and the 12th for a Cancer sense. But it's still like third is efforts, 12th is like for foreign lands or feeling of loss. So it can be like person may be feeling I may have to put lot of effort or like feeling of loss that whatever efforts I am putting it is not like 100% results. But I don't see it like a sense of obstacle. Okay, that's why I'm saying. But good thing is that Sun is exalted, so person will get some sort of like rewards also. And Saturn is in retrograde motion, right? I responded to your question, sir. You asked yes or no. I said yes. You never asked explanation. Okay, thank you. Let's meet next week.